Welcome to the AI Queens podcast, the show where women entrepreneurs learn to ditch the overwhelm, embrace AI, and build businesses fit for royalty. I'm Erika Stanley, your host and tech expert, here to deliver tools, tips, and actionable strategies to help you scale smarter. Let's get to it. Hey, Queens, I have so much to tell you. So much has happened. I just got back from an incredible 10 days in New York where I was able to attend a couple of New York Tech Week sessions on AI. And also, there have been some amazing updates with both Claude and Gemini. So I can't wait to bring you all of that next week. But I am taking the week off and bringing you part 2 of my AI C-suite episodes that I recorded for Jordan Gill's podcast a few months ago. These are still super timely, and I know that you are going to love them. So if you didn't catch part 1 last week, go back and listen to that. It is setting all of the groundwork for what we're going to talk about today. And if you have not already, then hop on over to aiqueens.com/CMO and download the AI CMO custom GPT that I have for free on my website. We're going to be talking about that in this episode today. So let's dive right in. Okay, so let's talk about where you probably are right now with your marketing. If you're anything like me, you know you need to be more visible. You know you should be posting on social media, sending newsletters, maybe even running ads. But every time you sit down to work on your marketing, you freeze. What should you post? What should you say? How do you stand out when there are dozens of other people doing the exact same thing that you do? And even when you do create something, how do you know if it's actually working? Well, this is where a chief marketing officer would typically come in. A CMO doesn't just create content. They are thinking strategically. They're going to help you analyze your market, understand your audience. They look at the data, and they build a plan that's designed to grow your business specifically. That's exactly what an AI CMO can do for you. Your AI CMO is brilliant. She's got decades of marketing experience. But I want you to think about it like this. It's her first day at your company. She knows a ton about marketing, but she doesn't know you yet. So we need to brief her, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Before we dig into this, I want to give you a little bit of background into how I have built my AI CMO and how, if you were going to build one, you could build one as well. Now, when I say build, I mean a custom GPT, a Claude project, a Google Gem. Within your different LLMs, your large language models, the chatty AIs, there are, if you are paying for an account, there are ways that you can create a custom AI assistant. And so what I did was I thought, okay, if I had an unlimited budget and if I could hire the best marketing person in the world, who would I hire? Would I hire Seth Godin? Would I hire Rand Fishkin to help me with SEO? Would I hire Amy Porterfield to help me with marketing and community building? There's all of these people who are just so dang good at what they do. And those people also have a ton of content that they have put out on the internet, freely available for people to use. And AI has the ability to take some of the really high-level marketing thinking and expertise that is coming from these people and turn it into kind of like a Frankenstein CMO. So now you have the ability with AI to create the best of the best thought leader that's taking on all of these different roles. So let me break down what your AI CMO actually does. I've identified 3 different roles that can totally transform the way that you think about marketing. Role number 1, the market researcher. Now, before you can market effectively, you need to understand your landscape. Who are your competitors? What are they doing well? Where are the gaps, the things that they aren't talking about? And most importantly, where do you fit in? Your AI CMO can do this research for you. You can, let's say, give it a list of competitor websites and say, hey, go to these 3 websites, analyze their messaging, their positioning, their offers, and based on what you see, tell me, what are the opportunities for us to stand out? What are they missing that I could provide? Now, your AI CMO is going to come back with some insights that, yes, you could have researched those on your own, but they might have taken you hours or even days to figure out by yourself. But it doesn't stop there. You can also ask your AI CMO to research your audience. Gosh, this is so cool. So here's another prompt. You're going to ask your CMO to go to Reddit, go to Facebook groups, go to online forums where my ideal clients hang out. What are they talking about? What are their biggest frustrations? What language are they using to describe their problems? Now, with the information you get back from your CMO, you're not guessing. You are marketing based on real data, real pain points, real language. That's the market researcher. Once you understand your market, it's time to create content. But these aren't just random posts, like write an Instagram caption. This is strategic content. This brings us to role number 2, the content strategist. Here's a problem that a lot of solopreneurs face. You create a piece of content, maybe a blog post, an article, a podcast episode, and you post about it once and you move on. But that is leaving so much value on the table. Your AI CMO can help you build a content ecosystem. One piece of long form content can become 10, 20, even 30 pieces that you can share out to help you get more visible. Here's how that works. Let's say you write a blog post. You're really proud of it. It's worded perfectly. You love it. It's speaking directly to your audience. You've shared it with your audience and they love it. Now, you can take that blog post and feed it to your AI CMO and say, hey, turn this blog post into 5 Instagram captions with really compelling hooks, 3 LinkedIn posts, a Threads thread, and an email to my email list. And I want you to make sure that each one is tailored specifically to that platform and uses my brand voice. Now, in minutes, you've got a month's worth of content, all from that one original piece. And I know it feels like cheating. I've heard people say that this feels like cheating, but all of the original content came from your brain. This is your unique genius. And so all the AI is doing is helping to reformat that genius into something that you can put out into different places where your audience hangs out. But your AI CMO can do even more. It can help you plan your content calendar, identify your core content pillars so you know the next blog post you should be writing, and even suggest engagement tactics to help build community. You are not just posting. You're building a strategy here, and that's the real power of using AI as a partner, a strategic partner, rather than just a slot machine that you use to get an Instagram caption out of a couple times a week. Now, finally, let's talk about what's actually working. So the third role we're going to use here for your AI CMO is the data analyst. We've all got access to analytics. If you're working with an agency, they might send you reports. You can get these in Meta, Google Analytics, analytics in your podcast platform, your email service, all of this. But who has time to dig through all of that and figure out what it means? Well, your AI CMO absolutely has time for that. You can export all of these analytics as CSVs, as spreadsheets. You can even take a screenshot, upload all of it to your AI and say, here are my podcast download numbers for the last 6 months. What are my best performing episodes? What do they have in common? Based on this data, what topics should I create next? Or let's say you don't have a podcast. Well, here are my email open rates and click-through rates. What's working? What's not? What should I test next? Your AI CMO will analyze the data, identify patterns, and give you actionable recommendations. That way, you're not guessing. You are able to make data-driven decisions as the CEO of your company. That's the data analyst. So you have this brilliant AI CMO packed with decades of marketing experience. But again, remember, it's her first day. She knows marketing, but she doesn't know you and your business yet. And if you are like so many of the business owners that I work with, you might not have a formal brand strategy document to just hand over, which, side note, is what I do with my clients. But let's say you don't have that. So how are you going to brief your new CMO in effectively? Now, I'm going to nerd out for a second because I created this AI CMO and I know that my clients have this problem when they first come to work with me. They don't have a full brand strategy, or if they have a brand strategy, it's old. It's from like 3 years ago. And if you're a small business owner, does the business you have now look exactly the way that it looked 3 years or 5 years ago? No. So what I did was I created a free app because I am super into vibe coding these days. And if you aren't familiar with vibe coding, it's a whole separate episode on my podcast. You can check that out. Jordan talks about it as well. I think she uses a system called Replit. I'm using Base 44 and Lovable, and there's a ton of systems out there. But what I did was I created the CEO cheat codes, and I built this into an app. Here's how it works. The app is a guided tool that's going to help you pull out the essential elements of your brand. So it's going to ask you questions like, who's your ideal client? What's the main problem you solve? What makes you different from your competitors? What are your brand values? What are your big business goals? So you're going to spend a few minutes filling that out. And then the app takes all of that information and it's going to build custom, powerful strategic prompts for you. Prompts that are customized based on what you just told it and that you can copy and paste directly into the AI CMO. Now, I want to be clear. This app is a jumpstart. It's a taste of the deep brand discovery work that I do with my one-on-one clients in my Brand to Bot Blueprint. But for the purposes of this episode and for getting started, it's really designed to give your AI CMO the high octane fuel that it needs to give you a really, truly personalized strategic advice within the AI CMO. Now, let me give you an example. One of the prompts the app generates is called the ideal customer journey mapping. So this is how people go from not knowing you exist or not even knowing that they need your service all the way down the marketing funnel into becoming a client and then a raving fan who recommends you to others, right? So this is your customer journey mapping. Now, instead of just asking your AI CMO, hey, map a customer journey for me, this prompt starts by briefing the AI with everything it needs to know: who your business is, who your ideal client is, the main problem you solve, even your current marketing if you're doing something already. Then it's going to ask to create a detailed journey map showing you exactly how a stranger discovers you, how they move into consideration, how they decide to buy, and how you can keep them engaged after the sale. So in this way, your result that you're getting isn't generic. It's strategic and tailored specifically for you and your business. Another example is the content ecosystem builder prompt. I'm realizing now that these prompt names are really lame, but it's the content ecosystem builder. And what it does is it's going to take all the information that you've given it and it will feed the AI your brand context first, and then it's going to ask it to build your core content pillars, a 30-day calendar, and a repurposing strategy for that long-form content that we were talking about. Now, this prompt pack app, what it's doing is it's removing that guesswork so that you're no longer staring at a blank chat window, wondering how to start and wondering what to ask your AI. You are giving your AI CMO a perfect executive level brief of exactly what you want every single time. And the advice you get back is tailored, strategic, and totally ready for you to implement. So, to recap, we've covered 3 key roles that you can use for your AI CMO. The market researcher, who helps you understand your competitors and your audience. The content strategist, who helps you build your content ecosystem, not just one-off posts. And the data analyst, who helps you understand what's working and what to do next. And most importantly, I've shown you how the free Prompt Pack app, which I'm going to put in the show notes, is the key to briefing your CMO effectively, even if you don't have a formal brand strategy yet. Okay, so here's what I want you to do next. Your first step is to go to aiqueens.com/CMO and download the free AI CMO custom GPT. I want you to get in there, play with it, and see how powerful it is. Then keep an eye on your inbox because tomorrow I'm sending you a free bonus, access to the CEO Cheat Codes app that we talked about today. So first you're going to get the CMO, and then a day later you get the cheat codes. That is going to help you unlock the full strategic potential of your new AI CMO. And if, as you use the app, you get that feeling that you're ready to go deeper and get crystal clear on your brand foundation with one-on-one hand-holding support, that's exactly what I do with my brand to bot blueprint. It's a 90-minute deep dive where we get clarity on your brand. And then I build your first custom AI assistant for you. We get to the root of your goals, your differentiators, your messaging, your positioning, all those things that make your brand uniquely you. You can find all the details, all the information for this at aiqueens.com. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Jordan, for letting me borrow your podcast today. I hope these 2 episodes have opened your eyes to what's possible when you stop thinking about AI as a tool or as an intern and start thinking about it as a team member. You've got this. Now, go build your AI C-suite. I hope you have absolutely loved these last 2 episodes of AI Queens, where you learned how to set up your AI C-suite. It's a huge shift in thinking from chatting with AI to using it as your strategic partner. So if you want to pick up that AI CMO custom GPT, you can do that at aiqueens.com/CMO. And if you want to start building things yourself, then we'd love to have you at the AI Queens Build-a-thon. The next one is coming up June 24th, but if you are catching this episode after June 24th, that's okay. I am going to be hosting build-a-thons throughout the year so that women can learn to build with AI. I really believe that we all need to be building things ourselves, custom solutions. It's what I love doing for my clients and what I believe that you can be doing as well. So hop on over to aiqueens.com/build if you want to join the waitlist, and I will catch you next week. Thanks for listening to the AI Queens podcast. If you loved today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow queen who needs to hear this. Want more tools and tips? Join the AI Queens Society over at aiqueens.com and start ruling your business with confidence today. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and keep reigning with AI.